szálloda szobánk ablakából a 23. emeletről.
On the way to Ayutthaya, the ancient capital of the Thais, we stopped at the Royal Summer Palace, Bang Pa Inn. It is 20 kilometers north of Bangkok at the shores of the Chao Phraya River, which connects Bangkok to Ayutthaya. It was a pleasant walk along the manicured grass, just like many European royal residences. Originally, it was built at the 17th century, but the biggest influence of design came from Rama V in the 19th century. The main entrance to the inner palace was a covered bridge, and only the king's immediate family was allowed to enter. We were delighted to view an owl family. Western palace styles, Greek statues on the railing of the bridge made us almost forget that we were in Thailand. One pavilion built in the middle of the ornamental lake represented the Thai pavilion style. We climbed up the lookout tower following the king's footsteps and enjoyed the view of the surrounding area. Close to it, the reconstruction of a Chinese-style hall was taking place. In the 13th century, Ayutthaya was named the capital of Siam, today's name is Thailand, and it held this position for over 400 years. It must have been a splendid island city surrounded by the meeting of three rivers. When Angkor was invaded in 1431 by the Thais, Ayutthaya was a well-to-do and influential city, and the merchant activities were centered here. The neighboring Burmese had 27 attempts to sack the city, and they succeeded in 1767 after 9 years of siege. They burnt down the city, killed the king, and of a community of over 1 million, only 10,000 people survived. Thinking of the stormy history, no wonder that we only saw ruins in Ayutthaya. The Buddhist temples and royal residences were made of brick, and a 12-kilometer long laterite walls surrounded the whole inner city. All are in ruins. The whole place has a peaceful atmosphere. We could walk along the broad, grassy temple complexes with dozens of brick spires and headless Buddhas scattered around. Most famous of those is the stone Buddha head, which is embraced by a Bodhi tree's roots.
Many of these towers were built in Sri Lankan style.
We visited a new Buddhist temple from 1956, which was built with the help of the Burmese to atone for their flattening of the city 2 centuries earlier. It houses one of the largest bronze Buddhas in Thailand. Our guide has shown several small Buddhas at the temple wall and explained that their posture represents different days of the week. I was quite amazed that the guide did not want to mention the atrocities of the past. She said, "Shh, we don't think of those anymore." When we first started planning our Bangkok stay, we were considering attending a folklore evening. The synopsis of it detailed the different acts. Nowhere was any war mentioned. When I asked her about the Rohingya refugees, thinking that Thailand would not want to accept them, I was surprised by her answer that there are around 3 million Burmese refugees in the country. Even if she exaggerated, it indicated to me that they who have the best fortune compared to the other countries were forgiving. Quite an example.